All right, now we aren't raised on a farm here, but we've got quite a big property, about a ½ acre in our backyard, and we do have a lake out there, and it all started as a joke. Yeah, my wife's always coming up and asking me, she says, hey, look at this sweet little doggy, can we rescue him? Found him on Facebook. And I always have to tell her no. We've got 3 doggies already. We can't afford, or do we have the room for another one? So one evening she comes up to me with this Tractor Supply little sales brochure. Came in our junk mail through our regular standard mailbox, and we've purchased from Tractor Supply before. That's where we got our UTV vehicle. You've seen it in other videos. I'll put the link below if you want to take a look at that one. But she bought it. She brought me that flyer. It says, oh honey, can we get these little ducklings? They're 50 cents each. Buy 2, or I think it's buy 2 or 3 and get 1 free. Since we have my dad staying in the in-law suite here with us, he helps us with chores around the house and stuff when we're at work during the day. And we usually leave grocery lists on our kitchen counter that one of us will go pick up every once in a while when the list gets filled. So she left out that flyer with the duckies for 50 cents a piece at Tractor Supply, and said, hey Dad, will you go pick these up for us? And I kind of laughed at it, as I wanted to see what he was going to say when he saw it. But that same day I was at work, and when I came home, he brought home 5 little baby ducklings in a cardboard box. Carried them home from Tractor Supply in his car, and boy was I shocked and surprised. My joke had gone wrong. So this was kind of an accident. But let's review here. I'll give you some tips and tricks and some hints.
Oh, it's on tonight. Throw that thing from left, right, side to side. Yeah. All my friends are here. Play my favorite song right on top. Yeah. And we never stop. Music pumping, we just keep on rolling.
Go in the water.
Yeah.
You go in.
No, we never stop.
You pull
Shake,
in.
shake, shake your honey till the morning. Let me hear you say I'm ready. Come on, now slide, slide, slide to the bar. Shine, shine, shine like a star. Let me hear you say I'm ready. Come on, now slide, slide.
So immediately that evening my wife went out to PetSmart and picked up a cage. It's a wire on top and a solid bottom case below. It's meant for little ducklings and small animals like that. And it's about 14 inches by 28 inches long. And she got some bedding, and we filled that up and had them in there for the first few days. They had only been like a day old at Tractor Supply, and you could hold them in the palm of your hand. So here's a look at the cage that we got. Notice the size. They all fit in here all well and dandy until about the first week. I noticed every week they grow twice their size until they're about 4 weeks old. And they make a mess with their water dish. They like to jump in there and play in there, even though there's only enough room for about 1 little duckling at a time. They'll splash in there, sometimes get pushed in by their group by accident, and just totally soak their cage. So I found a solution on another YouTube channel of creating a little basin out of a paint tray and a paint brush grill that you put on top, and you put their water bowl on top of that, or their water dish. And when they splash around, it fills up in that tray that you have on half of the side of the bed, and the other half will be their cedar bedding and stuff. So this is how it looks. It worked very well for us, so I do recommend that little idea. And you can bend this. I recommend the metal one. You fit it in there like that. You can put their water bowl on top of here. They can splash around, and once a day you can take this out. It'll be filled with water, dirty water, and go dump it out. Put it back in. now. This week they've gotten to be about 5 or 6 weeks old. They're massive, as you can see, and I got the idea to, you know, they got to go outside now, but they're still not old enough to be left alone or be set out to the lake as of yet. So I created a little cage area for them with some doggy fence that I had left over for when our dogs were first moved in here before we had our fence up. And I created a little cage for them, a corral area, and it keeps my dogs out from them. They can still see them. They love to see the ducks, our dogs do, but we don't know how wild they're going to be with them, so we don't want to let them out together yet. But the ducks love to go outside and run around in our backyard, free to roam in our grass and stuff. They love to get out there, and they always group together. They're funny to watch. Now when you get the ducklings, you're going to want to get the non-medicated crumb food for ducklings. You don't want to get the medicated food because they're just little ducklings and they will eat a lot. You'll see they eat, drink, and sleep. Eat, drink, and sleep. And it's not just during the day, it's at night as well. That's just their constant schedule. That's why they grow so quickly. So it was nice to get the stink out of the house with their little cage, and plus they were fit in wing to wing, all 5 of them. There was hardly no room to move around. So just this past week, like I said, I got that doggy corral area fencing up. I'll leave the link below for all of the supplies that it took us to raise these little ducklings. And you can see the dog fence idea worked out really well. They're nice and happy again. They love running around, playing in the, we got a little water basin. It's like a dishwashing Rubbermaid water basin, and they drink out of that and swim in it. They just love it. All right, I'll take you around and show you where we set up the cage for them. This is a temporary build as well, so you don't have to worry about building something permanent in your yard. Got some overgrown palms here, and as we walk around the corner, you'll be able to see them here. So that's our temporary, right in the middle. They're starting to quack too. So around 5 to 6 weeks, they start from chirping to quacking. Hi, duckies. Where's everybody at? Oh, you're hiding back here. You're hiding. We took one of their old Rubbermaid crates, turned it upside down, and put bedding underneath, and I cut a hole in it. So they feel like they've got some protection if they want to go in there, which they still do once in a while. Notice how big they're getting. These are Peking ducks. They'll turn white with yellow or pink beaks. Donald Duck was made out of the impression of one of these Peking ducks, as well as the Aflac duck. So they're very happy. Now this is our food dish we've got for them right here. That works pretty well. You can just dump the food in the center and it falls down where they can get to it out the sides. We're using a doggy filled water bowl, so that lasts a while. And there's a dishwashing Rubbermaid pan that we use for their swimming. Notice their water gets dirty. You have to clean it out at least once or twice a day because they do eat their food and then backwash into their water. There's the duckies. Oh, Carly's coming to see the duckies. Yeah, she likes to see the duckies too. Right, Carly? Yeah. They're trying to get some shade back there right now. So as you can see, we've got it kind of concealed back here. And this is our little side yard area. Kind of like our doggy run area. Eventually, that will be their home. The lake. I'm sure they'll want to come back up here and visit all the time. We'll leave some food out for them. I've heard and done some studies that you should wait for about 3 months before you let them out on their own till they grow their wing feathers out. Even though these ducks aren't going to fly a lot, but they'll be able to make their way around the lake. They love to hang out together. If you take one of them apart, they will go crazy chirping. One of them starting to quack now. We're getting the duckies out. Show you. They don't like to be split up. They start chirping.
One out. Two out. Three out. Right here.
There they go. I guess we don't have to. No. Okay. Now for special treats, ducklings love watermelon, by the way. We've got a whole plate here. We're gonna watch them eat it. Maybe.
Hey, duckies. Come on.
Look at them. Look at them. Love watermelon. They're going to need their bath filled up after this meal. They're all over it. They devoured it. They're so happy now. Even though your ducklings can get very dirty, they love to go swimming and they love to clean themselves. If you can get them all in the water at the same time, they will enjoy it. You like to swim. You like to swim.
Yeah, sure. No, come on, Duckies. Get the other ones here real quick. Come on. Get over here. That's what you need a picture of that now. That's what you need. That would be.
To the beat, my favorite song. Keep it on repeat. Please don't let it fade. Just say you want. I follow every sound. Just say you want. I won't let you down. So we can dance through the night. Keep it tight. You're my melody. No, we don't need to think twice. It's alright. You're my melody. You're my melody. Don't let it fade away. You're my melody. Don't let it fade away. You've got what I want. Take it on. I'll be waiting for you to sweep me off my feet to a different beat. Oh, just say you want. I follow every sound. Just say you want. I won't let you down. So we can dance through the night. Keep it tight. You're my melody.
Got the duckies in their cage. I also installed a duck camera. That's the 360 camera that I did a review on. I'll leave the link above. You can check that out. But here's the duck camera. Not sure if you can see it in the glare. Here's the duck cam in action. With motion tracking.
Oh, it's on tonight. Throw that thing from left, right, side to side. Yeah. All my friends are here. Play my favorite song right on top. Yeah. And we never stop. Music bumping, we just keep on rolling.